Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's Diego. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Today I'm going to be reviewing the latest Yeezy 350 V2 in the Cinder Reflective colorway. Check it out. All right, so we're back again with what looks like a 350 V2 box. Boost on the side, 350 on the top. Sizing details, I went with a size 9.5, and hold up, there's an extra sticker here that says BASF. Now BASF is the name of the company that partnered with Adidas to create their Infinergy material that we know as Boost. And to reveal to you, this pair today is actually UA. Hold up. So what UA refers to as unauthorized authentic. For lack of better words, it means fake. But they allegedly use real materials from possibly the same factories, and there's a whole story behind it. But basically, these are really convincing fakes. So quick disclaimer though, I do not condone the sale. I do not promote the sale or purchase of counterfeit goods, fakes, UAs. I'm not encouraging you to buy these things, and I'm not even gonna tell you where they came from. This is for educational purposes only, and I wanna help shine a light on the level of quality that these fakes have reached in 2020 to help you be more prepared and more careful if you're purchasing from third-party, unauthorized retailers. Now that we got that out of the way, let's look at these things, am I right? Huh. All right, so right off the bat, packaging is different. Comes in plastic wrap. So that's obviously different. And whoa, what I notice here at the bottom of the box is two things. One, that paper that you usually get the shoes wrapped in is perfectly neatly wrapped up. And we've got this little guy. So what this indicates to me is you pretty much have a kit ready-made to pretend that you got this pair from StockX. That being said, let's get a closer look at the actual shoes. Wow. These things are so dope. So first impression, I mean, right off the bat, just looking at these, they look incredible, I'm not gonna lie. If you are familiar with the shock drop that happened on May 4th, it was a headache to get the retail pair. It was like a 3 to 4 hour just sitting on Yeezy supply. They had the sale going and then it would drop out and it just took forever, and a lot of people missed out on actually getting the pair, myself included. So that being said, I do not have the retail pair to compare with these UAs today, but I have its older cousin. Next best bet is the Earth colorway. So we'll do some comparisons today. They're not gonna be shoe for shoe, but I'll do my best, and we're gonna talk about some differences by looking very closely, because like I said, at first glance, you could have had me fooled. These things look super dope. So the Cinder colorway sits right between the Desert Sage and the Linen colorway, and being reflective, it's now the third out of fourth of the reflective versions of the sneakers that have a reflective stripe on the side, starting with the Marsh, then we had that Desert Sage, Cinder Reflective, and Linen Reflective. So when it's dark out and you shine a light directly at these bad boys, they light up and it looks really cool. So at a closer look, let me tell you, this upper prime knit looks and feels just like the real thing. It's soft to the touch, a little bit stretchy, and the color called Cinder is absolutely very cool, unique, and just different. It's not a true black, but I like it. It's like a dark gray, and I could see this fitting a lot of outfits easily. Very easy to wear. The midsole of the Cinder is also non-translucent, so it's a solid matching Cinder color, and I love that. Honestly, it's a really unique look. If you remember the triple blacks that came back a while ago, it still had that translucent midsole. You've got your classic rope laces that match the upper of the shoe, so it's a clean look. I can tell right off the bat that the inside heel has that classic 3M reflective material on the stripes. And the outsole of the shoe is that hard rubber in a dark chocolate brown, and it covers the boost that is underneath. Now, is the boost real? That's the real question. So that sticker on the box referring to BASF, I think refers to saying we've got the real stuff. And feeling it, it feels legit. So let's take a closer look at a comparison with the Earth colorway. Right off the bat, that stitching in the front looks real clean, nice and straight. There's no stray lines. I think it looks great. The laces, I have noticed, are slightly looser on the UA pair. Now that could be the way they're tied up, but I went ahead and removed them, and I want to show you that the UA pair laces are actually about an inch or ½ inch longer. So that's worth noting. The authentic laces, I've noticed, regardless of the color, they always have a white tip on the very end, and these UA pairs have just solid black. The lace tips themselves also look a little less refined on the UA pair, and they're nice and tight on the authentics. Another strong detail that we all want to talk about is the pull tab. Did they nail the pull tab? And by the looks of it, it looks really clean. It's not too wide. The stitching is very clean. There's no faults there. So removing the insoles on the UAs and on the authentic pair, it looks very similar. The lettering looks a bit more crispy and legible on the Cinders, but that's because you got white on black. The Earth colorway has a nice gray on gray. On the bottom, the Adidas badging is very close. I mean, it looks so similar. I personally can barely really tell any difference. The edges of the insole have those little indents that are always worth looking for. And as far as thickness and feel, it is the same rubber insole. Another detail of the authentic pairs I always like to point out is that suede little inside that protects the laces for durability. And so I want to take a look at if they put that suede and how good it is. And at the touch, it's really similar. I mean, I think the authentic pair is slightly softer, just ever so slightly softer, but it's barely noticeable, if I'm being honest. Another minor detail that I noticed was that the Cinder pair sits ever so slightly taller than my retail pairs. We're talking about a ½ inch taller here on the top of the tongue. Another very important comparison, of course, is the boost on the bottom. And to the touch, I could admit the Earth colorway is just ever so slightly more firm, but just barely noticeable. I can't really tell. No, it's not really noticeable. It feels the same. Now looking at them very close, there is more detail on the boost pattern of the Earth, of the authentic pair, and it has little circles around the 3 stripes that the Cinder doesn't have as refined. Now, once again, this is the bottom of the shoe. No one else is seeing this, okay? Another comparison, of course, is the tag. Now, on authentic pairs, the tag is always on the left shoe, and on this UA pair, it comes on the right. It comes with an extra tag as well that is you can easily cut off. So we'll tuck that away. Looking at the tags up close, they're very, very close to being identical. When I see the light shining through, I can see a magnetic strip on the inside of both, actually. And I wanted to compare the actual size of them too. When I bring them and I overlap them, the authentic pair, the paper is just like a millimeter or 2 wider. But at the end of the day, you're not wearing the tags on your feet when you're walking down the street with these shoes, right? Looking on the inside of the shoe for some inconsistencies, I did not find anything wrong with the inside of the UA pair. The stitching looks great. Another detail, of course, is the inside shoe tag. We'll get the close-up there. Now, the only way to tell if the shoe tag on the inside is not as it should is usually just misalignment in the lettering, if the font just looks a little wonky. You can do a little more research online, and there are plenty of articles that help you legit check your pair. After careful review, I was looking for more flaws on the UA pair. I was trying to see if there was any inconsistent glue marks or stitching, and to be honest, there's nothing wrong with it. Adidas also has a reputation of not having the best quality control lately. Some of my retail pairs literally have more glue marks. I mean, the Earth's one, there's some glue here, there's some glue there. They're not perfect, and they were full price. So I wouldn't rely too much on the glue being a factor. I think looking at these details very up close is important if the intention is to resell a pair of shoes, because that buyer wants to be sure they're buying the real thing. But if you're buying a UA pair to rock them in the street, no one's gonna stop you with a magnifying glass and ask to look at the bottom of the boost and call you out for it, because who cares? No one, okay? Rating the comfort level of these UAs, they feel just like the real thing. The boost is so similar that I'm gonna have to rate them a 9 out of 10, like every other retail 350 V2 that I own and have worn. They're just feeling the same way. So I'm gonna give them the same 9 out of 10 rating. So, you love the way the Cinder Reflectives look and you're wondering how much they cost at retail? Well, originally $220 upon release, and the resale value has already shot up to $450. Now, this pair is a fraction of that price and they look amazing, not gonna lie. Now, the fact that this pair came with a StockX tag makes me wonder how far and how long the resale market is gonna work out and who you can trust. And I definitely think you should look out for details and just be more careful and aware out there if someone is selling you a pair and claiming that they're authentic, that they are retail. If you plan on getting something that's not retail, just do what you want to do with your money, but do not ever pretend that a UA pair is retail, okay? Have some integrity. So make sure to leave comments below. Share your thoughts, opinions on the Cinder Reflective colorway, on UA in general, on this pair. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to. I appreciate the support. Thumbs up the video, and I'll see you on the next one.